Okay, so it's May 23rd, and we're back because it's Mike's birthday, and we were looking for some questions. And a question that comes up very, very often is the whole thing about how did we know Mike had Alzheimer's? And boy, is that a tough one. And it took us a long time to figure it out, and a lot of it was his behavior. I think for me, it was mostly he wasn't where I expected him to be when, or keeping appointments, time frames were difficult for him. He never really got lost, so that wasn't one of them. Speech was changing a little bit. He was losing some words, but it was mostly that they thought at some point I had a hearing problem because I wasn't hearing him correctly. We had a lot of communication confusion. So we started by checking hearing, we checked on sleep apnea, we checked on numerous things. Ultimately, one diagnosis was it wasn't Alzheimer's, and then it was. And finally, when our son came home from college, he assured us that no, we do not have this figured out. Time to go see a new neurologist, which we did. So end result is we got the diagnosis, and it was a slow process. It took over 3 years, which was not unusual at that time. The exciting thing today is there's lots of changes that are going on. So new diagnostic tests have come on. One of them that's very exciting is a blood test, and they're doing more things with imagery. So by all means, if you're in doubt, see your general practitioner, and from there they can send you in the right direction. So there's a lot of hope out there with new treatments. Okay, that's a quick answer to lots of other questions that we could fill in. But we want to take a moment and just kind of celebrate Mike, which is a nice thing to do after your loved one's gone. It's a tradition that we have. And I do a pineapple upside down cake, and you never know how it's going to come out. This one, I was short one ingredient, which is the maraschino cherries. And so I put dried cranberries in here. And then, of course, you hope it's going to come out of the pan. So honest and truly, we did not try this ahead of time. So this is real cooking on site. And we keep our fingers crossed every time I flip one of these over. So let's see what the cranberries look like and if it will flip out for us. Aha! Aha! So there it is. Those little red spots are not maraschino cherries, they're dried cranberries, and this worked out pretty good. So we've got lots of nice whipped cream here. Wish you could be here to join us. I know the cake's going to be delicious. So this happens to be a cake recipe that was my mother's. So it's a very old-fashioned pineapple upside down cake, which is a real specialty in the family. So let's just cut a piece for Emma, because she's here behind the camera as usual, but I will try to entice her with a piece of cake. And we'll put some whipped cream on it. My friend told me about this. I was feeling sad that I was missing out on lots of things with Mike. And yet my friend reminded me I can still do some of the things that I enjoyed doing with Mike. And one of them is obviously tried pineapple upside down cake. Okay, there you go, Emma. So thanks for listening, and just jump on that diagnosis as soon as you can. The sooner the better. Mike did not want to do that, nor did I. But once we did, things were a whole lot better. Thanks for listening. Bye.